Today, we're gonna talk about inertia. So what's inertia? Inertia is an object's resistance to changes in motion. So an object at rest stays at rest, and an object in motion stays in motion, unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. For there to be an unbalance in forces, the forces acting in one direction have to be greater than the forces acting in the opposite direction. When I set a box on a table, it exerts a downward force, but the table pushes back against it with an equal force. Since the forces are equal or balanced, there's no motion. The box just stays there. Now if I try to push the box, there will be some resistance. It doesn't want to move. This is because there's also friction. While I'm pushing in one direction, friction is pushing back in the opposite direction. But if I push harder, eventually there will be an unbalance of forces and the box will start moving. Another way to think about it is like this. Objects like to keep doing what they're already doing. One of the easiest ways to observe this is to take a glass of water, cover it with a card, place a coin on top, then quickly pull the card away. That was a very easy way to demonstrate inertia. But let's try something a bit more interesting with a bunch of coins and a coin launcher. On one side of my coffee table, I'll place a stack of coins. On the other side, I'll load my coin launcher. What do you think will happen if I shot the stack of coins with this coin? If my aim is right, and I use the right amount of force, when I launch the coin, we should be able to see something pretty cool. Did you catch that? Let's take another look. One more time. The stack of coins didn't move, except for the one that got hit. Inertia. Now I know what you must be thinking. How do I get my hands on one of these sweet coin launchers? Let me show you how to make one. We'll need a sheet of thick cardstock, a compass, a pencil, some coins, a couple rubber bands, some super glue, a metal ruler, an art knife, and a circular cutter. First, sketch out the basic design on a sheet of thick cardstock. It's not showing up very well on camera, but it should look something like this. Feel free to pause the video if you'd like to take down the measurements yourself. Next, carefully cut out all the parts you will need. With this kind of thick paper, you'll have to go over it a few times to get a clean cut. Use a circular cutter to cut out the hole marked on the sketch. This is where you load the coin. Perfect! Because the coin is twice the thickness of the cardboard, We'll have to cut out 2 copies of the plunger and the side rails. Now, let's put everything together. Put a little bit of super glue around the edges. Line up the 2 identical sheets and carefully stick them together. These thin strips will keep the plunger in place and make sure the coin launches in a straight line. Put a little bit of super glue down the middle. Line the sheets up, then carefully stick them together. Now, carefully glue the 2 strips to the edges of the base. Then, attach the top layer. Might fit a bit too tightly at the beginning, so you might need to loosen it up a little. Finally, attach rubber bands on both sides of the launcher. Let's test it out. Nice! The more rubber bands you use, the more powerful it will be, so be careful. And that's it. Now remember, if you enjoyed today's video, please remember to like, share, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell. That's it for our lesson today. Catch you later. A coin launcher.